building to a crescendo all week, and very shortly it will be for real. We have all the action for you live. Good evening and welcome ahead of what should be a pulsating night of football. I'm Derek Ray, and sitting next to me with his tactics charts at the ready is Stuart Robson. And the focus is very much on Serie A, the top division here in Italy. How do you see it panning out?
The best coach I played under would always tell us before kick-off, earn the right to play. If you can win your individual battles, outrun your opponent, eventually you'll get the space to show your ability. I'm sure that's being echoed by the coaches here today.
And the old lady of Italian football going with this starting 11. Pierre Kalulu starts alongside Bremer in the centre of defence. And rather than use a strike partnership, they've gone with just the one player in attack. And here's the Roma starting 11. Mario Hermoso starts alongside Gianluca Mancini in central defence. And the idea is to have just the one striker up there trying to pose problems for the opposition. Well, this might well be one to savour. Juventus get the ball rolling. Bremer. Weston McKennie. Lovely ball over the top. Oh, that's a clever ball. Now with Cambiaso. Locatelli. A promising looking attack, but comes to nothing in the end.
Well, that's good defending. Just snuffed out the danger there.
Kone. Now with Conceição. Really fine piece of defending play to break it up. Locatelli. Kefren Turam. Well, it's a textbook example of dynamic passing. Kefren Turam. Kefren Turam. Juventus have given it away. Mehmet Zeki Çelik. And Mancini on the ball. Guadio Kone. Well, there's a living, breathing example of positional sense. Opportunity to go ahead. Oh, that's top-notch goalkeeping, you've got to say. That's effective pressure, high up the pitch. No one seems able to settle on the ball.
Yeah, I've been really disappointed with some of the passing here.
Brian Cristante. Oh, could be an opportunity here. Well, plays with a positional sense that is second to none. McKennie. Now with Conceição. Weston McKennie. Pierre Kalulu. Always difficult to predict in advance who might decide a game, but you could make a strong case for this man, I think, Stuart. What are you expecting to see from him?
Well, he's such a composed finisher, and he's got the technique to match. He's a top-class striker.
Brian Cristante. And moving it forward. And he's through here. And a goal! Now they've broken through. 1-0 here.
Well, here it is again, and it's a superbly weighted through ball to break that defensive line. And once he gets onto it, he just smashes it past the keeper with great technique. What an emphatic finish that is.
And back underway. 1-0 it is. Kenan Yildiz. And on to Thuram. Manuel Locatelli. Now with Kelly. Thuram. Juventus, the old lady, they know how to keep the ball. What can they do from here? Pellegrini. And he did well to cut it out. Kefren Thuram. Now with Bremer. Weston McKennie. On to Kelly. Pierre Kalulu. Now with David. The Bianconeri have given us away. Mancini. Kone. Hermoso. Here's Cristante. Lorenzo Pellegrini with it. Brian Cristante. Could be threatening. Well, couldn't quite find his teammate. Kefren Thuram. Locatelli with it. Bremer. Pierre Kalulu. Kefren Thuram. And on to Cambiaso. And very nicely positioned to win it back.
Well, he's done really well there. What a great interception.
Kalulu. Now with Thuram. Cambiaso. Now with Kelly. Andrea Cambiaso. Manuel Locatelli. Now with McKennie. Locatelli. Weston McKennie. Jonathan David. And on to Locatelli. Kalulu. Locatelli. And on to Thuram. Oh, good use of the ball. I think I spoke too soon. Wasn't the best of passes finally. Well, the referee wasn't going to let that go. Brian Cristante. It's with Hermoso. Divine Rensch. Here's Cristante. It's with Celtic. Brian Cristante. And Mancini on the ball. Here's Cristante. And there to intervene. Conceição. And on to Locatelli. David. Oh, what an opportunity. And squandering the chance. Good heavens.
Yeah, just not clinical enough.
Can he find the right pass? Locatelli. Decent idea. Cambiaso. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Well, the half-time whistle fast approaching. It's Roma with the lead. A good moment to get your thoughts.
Well, they've worked hard and played well to be in front here, but they now need to keep their focus as we approach half-time.
Guadio Kone. Brian Cristante. Milas Vilar. Guadio Kone. And the electronic board showing 1 additional minute. Showing a great defensive instinct. So half-time it is, the end of the first half here in Turin. Well, Lorenzo Pellegrini on top of his game in the first 45. How would you sum up his contribution?
He took his goal well and was a constant threat throughout that first half. I thought he showed a lot of skill to get out of tight situations, and he had a real impact on the play.
The start of the second half here in Turin tonight. Kone. Mancini. It's with Hermoso. Guadio Kone. Rensch. Textbook example of how to cut it out. Weston McKennie. And on to Kelly. Locatelli. Now with McKennie. Pierre Kalulu. Kefren Thuram. Andrea Cambiaso. Now with Thuram. Well, he could run onto it here. Juventus have given it away. Brian Cristante. Kone. Rensch. Divine Rensch. Rensch. Mancini. It's with Celik. Rensch. And Mancini on the ball. Great effort to keep that one in play. Very alert defending to cut off the supply. Mancini. Well, it can be so difficult to play against a confident passing team when you're trailing. Keeping it on the ground, slightly off target, however. And a Juventus personnel change here.
Arriva il momento del cambio in casa Juve. Termina qui la partita. Con il numero 22, Winston McKennie. Dentro, con il numero 18.
Well, he wasn't likely to get away with that. Divine Rensch. It's with Hermoso. Brian Cristante. And it's with Mancini. Divine Rensch. And into the last 30 minutes now. Hermoso. Kone. It's with Hermoso. Guadio Kone. Mancini. Mehmet Zeki Celik. Not the pass he had in mind. Decent position. Conceição. Hermoso. Mancini. That's effective pressure, high up the pitch. And possibilities here. It's with Celik. Composed play in possession.
He uses his body so well, doesn't he?
Hermoso. And with the advantage, no reason why you shouldn't play keep ball. It's with Hermoso. Guadio Kone. Hermoso. And it's with Mancini. It's with Hermoso. Guadio Kone. Rensch. Kone. And snuffed out the danger immediately. Cambiasso. Into the final 20 minutes. Thuram. On to David. Kalulu. Conceição. Juventus keep possession, and it's positive possession. What can they do from this position? And a throw-in forthcoming. Well, both teams have had substitutes swarming up, and now both will rely on their respective benches. And space to cross it. Could be troublesome. And on to Locatelli. Conceição! Oh, good save. And taken short. Very effective pass. Wasn't a great clearance. Well, the threat could be there. This could square the game. Oh, my goodness, monster tackling.
Well, he did brilliantly there. What an important challenge that was.
Bremer. Now with Kalulu. Locatelli. Kepren Thuram. Attractive build-up. Well, it was a good-looking sequence, but it comes to an end. Angelino. They just can't get on the ball. Well, they're a bit like a passing machine, and you can understand why they want to play it that way, in front as they are. Good-looking move. Juventus on the front foot, but they've got to take advantage of these opportunities. Maybe dangerous here. This could be the equaliser. And a strong glove on the ball from the keeper. Guadio Kone. Brian Cristante. And moving the ball forward with genuine purpose here. Hermoso. And it's with Mancini. It's with Hermoso. Here's Cristante. Guadio Kone. Here's Cristante. Angelino. And intercepted it. Francisco Conceição. Juventus battling against the clock and the scoreline. What can they pull out of the fire? Another perfect position to read it. Andrea Cambiasso. And on to Thuram. Great weight on the pass.
Yeah, really good vision there.
Manuel Locatelli. Well, that's the sign of a well-organised defence. And the fourth official confirming that we'll have one additional minute. And good pressure high up the pitch. And there it is, the final whistle. Not what the home fans were hoping for before a ball was kicked today. Defeat for them.
Well, Derek, not quite good enough today. Yes, they only lost by 1 goal, but I never felt they were in control of the game. A frustrating day all round for the coach to think about for the next time.
Well, plenty to like about Lorenzo Pellegrini, who brought his influence to bear.
Yeah, good performance and a really critical goal to give them the lead. They just couldn't cope with his movement today.